Back to the gaming. And we got... I'm still in my punching position. We got... It's not gonna let me... Oh yes, I can do that. We got... these three. These... three sus guys. Definitely here to not bring peace. Definitely here to wreak havoc. Whoa, Ian. With his... Anyway. Woohoo! Oh gosh. These stink over the place here. I'm just gonna get a drink. I gotta start using my G pose to make like thumbnails. It's honestly a perfect way to do it. Alright. Thumbnail. Because I can do that. Wow! These three. It only says one of the, no, two of their names. Maxima and Asahi, and that guy just doesn't have a name, so yippee, I guess. It said something about negotiating peace. That's Yasuhi is Yatsuyu's stepbrother, and I don't exactly remember what he was like the ambassador of the something is a big long word. I don't really remember, but anyway. Shall I escort our guests across the river to the Enclave? Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yakuzu Manor, docks, and see that the ferries are ready. Yazuka? Yakuzu? We're going to Doma, right? The music is gone. It is odd. Alright, I'll be back. Okay. I'm gonna actually recap a bit. I don't exactly remember what's happening. Post. Okay, wait. I guess there's not much to recap on. Unless... Well, oh well. I don't remember what he said he was exactly, but something about peace. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatmen and join us on the other side. Fly here? Nope. Crap. Wait, I don't think I've been here. Have I? This is the rebuilt Doma. I don't think I've been here. I'm gonna go get all the aetherites first. Ooh, it's pretty. They were, while we were liberating Alamigo for real, they were rebuilding Doma. And I'm assuming the aetherite too, because I'm not attuned to any of these. There you are. So, first things first. What do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen and I have accomplished in the time. We have an aetherite now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on the other matter at hand, the ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Rosa and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking of the Scions, Alphino and Alize will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I knew I could count on you. When you're ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kian Khan. The guardsmen will see you in. Bro's throwing words at me that I do not understand, but I will do that. Please be ye. Actually, why would I be able to fly here? It's the town, isn't it? Yeah, that makes sense. Kia Khan. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Pretty. Oh. We're already all seated. The wolf. Hello.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
He is wearing Imperial armor, right?
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
Even he's like,
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
founding father.
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgians' practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police Korgians' practices of it. Like the Red Korgian? I'm assuming they mean the Red Korgian.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning. And it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation.
Yes.
When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection.
It was because we went there as, well, thieves, I suppose. They
Yet
thought.
even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Yes.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history.
I don't understand. What?
My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in Imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear.
I almost forgot they weren't coming on behalf of, well, they're like their own squad.
Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates.
Optimatus.
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
He sounds so sus when he says some things.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
That's what I was gonna say, exactly. Because he's only representing his own thing, anyways.
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
Uh-oh.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict.
Yatsuyu, for sure.
Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsuyu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
Judging from her past.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
He uses his cute-ass little face to bribe people.
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri,
But he's so sus.
I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
I mean, if you don't, you guys are just gonna attack us. He's so short. Okay, Hien. That was a bit skeptical, was it not? Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. Okay. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even high-born. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts in this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure the repatriation. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch us at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alze company. We are safe enough for now. Chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words, and it is not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Ursola, a moment, if you would. Ah, Yugiri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Ursola? Business, no. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common... what? Common... Lottie? I don't know what that word was. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a joyful escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about our current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall take a brief excursion through Yanja. Might we start at the town of Monsen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Yugiri said Yatsuyu, the sister, said something about, like, her family, including him, I believe, unless stepbrother, maybe not the same brother, but they all seemed on board with, her being married off, which is a bit concerning, but... into the ruins of Monzen. Doma. Nay, can this truly be Monzen, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I had heard that Yatsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up to protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult. Once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Nighttime again. It is a travesty. A travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a dull spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to me seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. I think there's docks down here. Yes. Oh, we got a level sync thing coming up, apparently. Hello, everybody. This looks ominous. I don't trust this, but I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. I hate when they get that little glow thing. It just looks so scary. Alright, ready to do this. Let me see if we want to level up. Cast Dancer. No. There we go. I don't really know how to use Dancer though, but, well, I kinda do. Wait, shoot. I hate that. level 70 sync. I might fail. Ready to cast off? Guess so, Asahi. In the nighttime.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
That guy. I forget his name already. Wait, that's the Red Kojin?
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
That's weird. That the Red Kojin are here, but well, thinking this might be a setup. I'm not gonna.
Away with you!
It is nothing.
It is nothing.
Leave this to me.
No quarter!
An opening.
Stand in front of them. We'll grab the person. My bad. My bad. Say, is getting bullied over here. Ah, I see.
The art of my forebears.
My steel!
Taste my steel. be safe. Oh my god. How do I drive him away from this? He takes the hit. I wasn't sure what was happening there. He just zooms over. No, you do not touch me. So we got a captain. Nice. I think we're finished. Man, they were tanky.
That seems to be the last of them.
Samurai.
You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far?
I was just gonna say.
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without. But if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within. The Empire will never change.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. Asahi has full of adventures today. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. He's not wrong. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. It's been raining a lot in the game lately. I love that song so much. What was I supposed to be? Yugidi's supposed to be here, isn't she? What? Okay, yeah, I could have teleported here. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I'll remain within the keep. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. You are expected, sir. Shall I let you in, I suppose? Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yanja. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your excursions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us how it all unfolded. Red Kojin, here. Have there been any other such indications since the liberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yanja, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngest aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? He confounds you too, I see. And for that reason alone, we would be fools to underestimate him. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game. For now, at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. Which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanna was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Those said relics remain there to this day. It is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with the Bunshin and his people, and with their support, I'm quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanna. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I would give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed heavily on my mind. Is this about Yatsu? Eating her dango.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
Oh, this is so sad.
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu, pardon me. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
I really hope she doesn't get her memories back in a way. Rise of a new sun. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a little while longer to see this business through.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
As she should. As she should.
Dango. How dreadful.
How dreadful.
Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. Oh, they're not going to show? Okay. I am sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I'm a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I'll leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yansha. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until you return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Romans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under such circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our people's tread and discretions, those people would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may be yet hope for us all. Until we meet again. That was actually way more, civil than I thought. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yatsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. The Lupin. Doggo. Doggo man. One hot bar. The ambassador's airship awaits at the Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting.
He sounds he's about to explode.
Maxima,
I don't know.
Would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure?
Maxima.
I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
I've seen memes of this part. Oh. The potato. Oh, flashback. Flashback time.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Liberation Front Samurai.
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Whoa.
What in the...
Uh-huh. Xenos.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
You're gonna regret that, buddy. Asahi Poggers? He's so nonchalant, but super crazy. I noticed he had multiple swords, so he just like picks them up, then he just takes whatever.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
That's Ian's father.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Bro is so in awe he can't even speak.
Is that what they say?
He's literally the big eyeball emoji right now.
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
He's in love. And I think he's pissed at us right now. Cause we killed... Yeah.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
I'm sorry, I killed your...
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
Maybe I will. You're literally the potato size.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Is no one else concerned? Is no one else, like, hearing this, by the way? Am I not gonna say anything? Yeah, he, like, threatened me and all that, but I feel like voicing that he just threatened me would be so much better. Who cares if it jeopardizes the peace? There's no peace. It's all fake. Well, am I seriously not gonna say anything about what he just said to me? I'm troubled.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Yes. Okay, I am gonna tell them. Perfect.
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he is truly a disciple of Xenos, it is possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken his toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Coalition must be placed under surveillance and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our parts, either to defend Doma or to help usher in its lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remain in Kugane. Agreed. Between Natsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane, then. Tataru and the others must know what transpired here. That was ominous. Go to do this, and then I think I'm done for today. My, it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you'll be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that can all wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize to Taru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Saraban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, I should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Forgive me. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Ryle and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better the chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that the lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game, for now. Asahi kinda did screw himself up there, to be honest. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved to be easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. I can step on you, little dude. Okay, we're getting to see what happened.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift.
Good friends? Are you sure about that?
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
Is it an enchanted mirror? Mirror, mirror on the wall. What, was I the lady behind it all?
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
I don't want her to remember. Because then she'll be evil again. The Imperial Capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Xenos? Xenos?
Fine, now leave me.
I forgot they said he wasn't dead. Oh, yeah. How did he live? Oh, no. Oh, no. He's gonna be even more like... I don't like the shading on your face there. It's freaking me out a little bit. Okay, so... Ugh. I kind of totally forgot that he was alive. I totally forgot that. Well, I guess I didn't know. The Imperial soldiers were like, the news of Eorzea spreads false words of Eorzea spreads fast. But he's here. He's alive. He's Xenos again. Alphino has important news to share. I guess I'll accept this one, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Ah, Cursola, impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and like, they mean to nip on any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the condition of peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, the Popularis have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yanja. It would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be at his hand in critical juncture. According to the letter, Yotsuya's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doman, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any chance in her mental state... if the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straight away to the Enclave, then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Maybe I'll keep going. I'm always interested to see where things go. I can't stop. It's all the way over there. I will be back though. I need to go and get something. Crap. Okie dokie. Density chain. goodness. Oh, okay, almost there. Can you only get there from the dock? I'm confused. Every time you, well, it usually gives you a teleport option to the area, but this one just leads me to the docks. I wonder. Yeah, it doesn't show up. I don't think. That's bizarre. You can only get... So why would there be an aetheryte? That's what's confusing. I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. God, good gods, is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry undully, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it's high time he received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yatsuyu has scarce left his side, and I might imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will pay him a visit at once. Alize, shall we?
Open wide now.
Pleased to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
Aw.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai. I enjoyed them.
A persimmon?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
Oh, the relationship's gonna make me so sad, isn't it?
We are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Oh, she's getting memories unlocked.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me not a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, I wouldn't make it up. Although, I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. But the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. Decrepitude, oh. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains. He will never be the warrior he once was. He has given all for liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yukiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince, so what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dish from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right after on the tatami, a child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else. I would hazard. The matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu, and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, you will need to present her to the ambassador one last time, to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, such as good as fastening the chains around her necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The garlands are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. Ambassador, we will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. Shall we wait here then? Lord Hien should not be long. My friends, have you seen Tsuyu? She's nowhere to be found. What? But the galleons were landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it's possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think... yes, my lord, now that you mention it. There was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remembered taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as the new fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Twould seem that Tsuyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come from this. It seems Tsuyu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami, help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. I must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hien. Now as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Tsuyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakaru and its surrounding Afino, if you would take the road of Castrum Fluminense. Persola, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yazuka Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our... If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff, and hope that Kami smile upon our efforts. Welcome to Yazuka Manor. Yes. If there's anything you care to know, you need only... a pale-skinned woman? I have seen no such traveler, I am sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. Unusually pale skin. Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here, and was headed in a northeasterly direction for the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surrounding has yielded exactly naught, save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alize has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lodhian here shortly after. How did you fare at Yazuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Towards Namai, by the Kami. If the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yukiri and I will check the paddies. The village square is yours.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
They're gonna make me feel so bad for her character. Well, they already are making me feel so bad for her character. That would have been better unavoided, but at least it did not end in the bloodshed. And judging by Tsuyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Demai. She came in search for a persimmon. Ha! And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around. Let us continue on to Castrum Fluminis and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alize should still be there conducting their search. I'm not scared of her, not anymore. I can't forget what that woman did to us, but I won't do anything to upset Izami. You better not. It seems our imperial guests have already arrived. It is time to meet with the ambassador.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
That sounds ominous as fuck, dude. Who? Who?
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look, well...
Oh, is it her parents? That's gonna unlock something from... Yep. Shit.
Of all the people.
I saw you scheming little bastard.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
Do that. Get out of here as soon as you can.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma. Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
Ominous, dude.
We continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Definitely an asshole thing to do. I wasn't expecting that. I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I have sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know what the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Again.
Gone?
Unless they
I
captured
beg your
her.
pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Help!
Oh? Oh, it's the parents.
Help! Help me!
My guy's having a heart attack again.
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me.
Who? Oh.
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Oh, Gosetsu?
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu! A
Bruh.
font of misery!
Why do they have to be like that?
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure.
Girl, you're the failure.
We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks, at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
Ew. Stab him right now.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu! What?
Good. I'm not usually like, yeah, kill, but nah, they deserve this. Oh. Is he not gonna be mad then?
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise.
She's gonna kill you next, so you better get out of there too.
You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Please. I don't want to die.
Any sign of her? What happened here? I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We have recovered the what is that? Naurus. I see I got a comment, but I cannot see it. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. Well, that was a lot. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. I knew it was happening eventually, but I'm still kind of sad about it, that she got her memories back. When they start to make you feel really bad for a character. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yatsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yatsuyu into the Garlean's hands, should her condition improve prior to the hour of exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. True. Like, damn. I just started like loving her character. She was so cute and stuff. And they made me feel really bad about it, and then, you know, obviously it wasn't gonna be that way. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. Yeah, he's like #1 Lord Xenos fan. Don't trust him. We should have not trusted him from the start. The very first word he said, well, I'm like, oh, you're an evil bastard. And that is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. Blow him up. I hate characters that, like, they have such cute faces and then they're like the evilest bitches in the world. A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Fluminis is to be the stage of the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience of Imperial facilities, and should matters turn for the worst, I would hope to be at least of some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, I don't know if I said that right, Sekibune, would require only a single run and leave us far less vulnerable on the water, assuming, of course, Rachot can be convinced to part with one. When I take the lead on this, I've had dealings with the Rachot and his pirates before. And they won't be alone, will I? I suppose not, ... Well, that was enthusiastic. Were you hoping to join Yugiri and Alphino on their skulking mission, by any chance? Well, maybe I was. I am certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with the common brigands. Word. Come now, Yugiri. They stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord, pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino, now shall be a better task. Fist bump. Most common emote. Yes. The freaking epic music. They like to play this one during the, shit's about to go down after this. And we should be on our way to Unokoro. Time is short, and Rachot may take some convincing. No. Yatsu, no. Contingencies. I don't know why people saying they say Stormblood isn't very good. I love it so far. I mean, I've loved all of the expansions so far. They're all different in their own ways. I still can't fly here. Can I even fly here in the first place? Oh yeah, totally. Those are probably all ether current stuff. Oh well. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm super excited for Shadowbringers. And, of course, Endwalker, but I'm gonna keep my hype until, I'm gonna do one after the other, of course, as I should. As I only can do. Can't skip or anything. They all have their own little charm. Now, there is a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble Lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? If you've come to offer Doman chains in the place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. Ah ha ha ha. What fun subjects you would make. With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Big ominous cat volcano behind me. Oh, Townswee in his sarcastic-ass voice. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but by no means... what? Was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you, and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I came to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? Oh my god. You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Alize, beat the crap out of him. Calm yourself, Mistress Alize. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk. There's no more to be said. Wait, and there's more to be said. I'm reading wrong. According to records recovered from the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Ian. The losses we suffered at the Garleans' hands are no secret. But since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has become alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. So could do with more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner working of the Empire. Very well, the Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have our ship, or your ship, but before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during the battle with the Empire, but we have mended her, I guess boats are hers, yes. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with the conscripts and water lines rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman Lords are not adverse to getting the ropes wet. Not this Doman Lord. I'm about to go patch up a boat. And I thought I had a knack for quarreling with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. I want Lord Ian's outfit. Well, well, I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lords live up to his reputation. Guarding is weird there. Where am I going exactly? Oh. This way. can't believe I still can't fly here. Yeah, that's how I fix boats. Hey, Alize. Is it underwater? I highly doubt it, but worth it to check. Yeah, no. No signs of damage here. Dock me. Ihanashi. I'm the shipwright, apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seems solid enough. On the port side, near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in the gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I am happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. Your Lord Heian, the captain sent you to inspect the hull? Or you, I guess. Kami have mercy. Forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. Tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma. Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. How fares Our Lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack on the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you've met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he's nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts, as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave his life. This life. If leave his life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see they are provided for. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kith and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it, I see in him the lad I was 20 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot. But he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yanja or out in the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Ihanashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I will make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. I'm not really getting much XP from this, but to be fair, I'm also level 84. I don't know if I can... Is it worth accepting them in lower levels of stuff? Yeah, I can't. have to be... That's 50. I'm gonna keep leveling up my Reaper, because I love my Reaper. What's the fast way there? I don't know. There's really no fast way there. It's in the middle of... It doesn't even appear on the map. This is all post Stormblood. Which means... Wow, I'm zooming through this. Oh no, I don't want to be getting close to the end. What is that? Orb? Weird. Dome Enclave. The only way to get there is through this guy, I guess. Seems Yugiri and Alphino completed their task before us. They have been waiting. We scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostility, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange, and pray to the Kami these precautions were unnecessary. I might as well keep going. I don't know how long the stream is though. I'm gonna end it and then start a new one. Ciao.